Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade.
1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they get no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, a courtesy call. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me to the core.
Happy Monday!
Monday it is.
I don't know why I'm acting like there's so much energy on a Monday.
I don't know. Maybe
It's
because
not-
there is.
It's not that fun.
I mean,
it's
well,
just a Monday.
it could be.
There you go. I thought mine was better, but no.
Well, I mean, I had
You
the
want to
sounder.
do
so
the
I
original
wanted-
sounder?
Yeah, I
That's
mean, it's
fine.
I mean, yours was good. Yours
Sure,
was good.
Sure.
I liked it.
No, you didn't. Or you wouldn't have hit the sounder.
I had no. You reminded me of the button. You remind me of the button that I had to push.
Is
I'm
that
sorry.
the-
Yeah,
is
that's
that
how we're doing it. Yes.
You remind me of the man I used. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hi. How's it going?
Oh, I hope you had a great day so far. I know it's a Monday,
It is a Monday.
and as Mondays goes,
It could be worse. This has not been a bad Monday.
It really, I mean, considering being a Monday and being 2020, today was not
bad. No,
it wasn't bad.
It was fine. I mean, in the news right now, 20
in the
minutes
nude.
ago.
What? Who's in the nude? Oh, news. I'm sorry.
Right now, less than 20 minutes ago, Amy Coney Barrett has been confirmed to the Supreme Court and the Senate.
Hooray!
Or by the Senate, excuse me. By the Senate.
There's so many pissed off people.
So many libs are going to die. They're all going to
Now,
kill each other.
I'm sure none of them have gone so far as what happened when Trump was elected.
Right.
You know,
well,
but I know that there's a lot of people going, great, it's all ruined and blah, 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 blah.
everything is going to be dead. Yeah.
Well, and I've mentioned this before, but
it is 2020. So
I know. It is 2020. Well, I mean, but these other people would not be so, I don't know, paranoid, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
yeah.
About how the Supreme Court judge is going to be.
Uh-huh.
If they had been doing everything that they should have been and keeping everything on the up and up and not trying to set these new precedents.
Oh yeah, you know, like that they wouldn't care about who the next Supreme Court judge or justice would be if they weren't trying to pack the courts.
Exactly. If they weren't trying to stack the bench in their favor to lean and do as they want,
instead of doing as what
They
the Constitution
should.
dictates, or maybe if they just didn't put as much power into the Supreme Court's opinion,
yeah,
then maybe it wouldn't be an issue.
yeah. But they
At
have,
all.
unfortunately, and now they're at this point where they have no choice. They have zero choice. It's
Oh, but they're pro-choice.
no, they're not.
Yeah, of
No,
course they
they're
are.
not.
Pro-choice.
They're pro-choice unless it is not their choice, and then they are not pro-choice.
So you're saying they're anti-choice.
I am yeah, very, very much so. Yes.
So really, it's not pro-choice at all. That's very anti-choice.
No, they're
That's-
very anti-choice.
It's pro-one-sided.
Unless you have the same
Viewpoints.
you pick the same choice they would have picked.
So if you pick the same choice that they would have picked, then they're okay with you picking that choice. But
Yes.
if you pick
Then
something that's
yeah.
other than their choice, then they don't want it.
Yes, because if you pick,
they don't want you to
If
have
you pick the same choice that they had picked,
That
or
means
would
that
have
they're
picked,
smart.
Then yes, then they have, then they're pro-choice. But if you go against it, they are no longer pro-choice because they don't agree with your choice.
Once again, so it's not choice.
Yes.
Right.
Nail on the head.
Ding.
That's how
Okay.
we do.
Gotcha. So speaking of nails on heads, there's definitely a couple pinheads at Hollywood.
Couple? Just a couple?
One, in fact, is Chelsea Handler.
Oh, wait. I'm going to throw this out here. I don't count her as being Hollywood.
She's in Hollywood.
I don't care. There's a lot of people in Hollywood. There's guys who clean up trash out of
She's a comedian / actress.
No, she's not.
Okay, she's never actually acted in her life, but she is a comedian, technically.
No,
She's made money making. She's made money, and lots of it.
No, she hasn't done lots of it, and she's not funny. She is not funny.
She is not funny unless you are pro-choice.
No, she again, her choice.
Once again, that's what I'm saying.
She's not. Like, I can't stand. Like, she's about as painful to listen to as Amy Schumer.
I was about to say, just as, she's about as painful to listen to as she is to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The only thing that I've, at least what little bit I could endure of Chelsea Handler, as far as her, and I use the term loosely, air quotes, comedy.
Yeah.
At least she doesn't start throwing around, very descriptive situations of her anatomy.
Oh yeah, that'd be
like Schumer does, who will say, look at it.
It's really nice of her to not do that.
And I'm thankful for that, but it's still painful because it's a very ignorant way of thinking, and hey, she's made money doing it. So congratulations.
That's what I'm saying.
her.
At least she's not Amy Schumer.
That's not saying a lot, but anyway,
she is a pinhead.
Exactly.
Yes. So comedian Chelsea Handler. That's her title.
She's not.
It's title. It's not reality.
She's not a comedian.
It's like saying I'm a lord. It's a title, not a reality.
Yeah.
Unless I go and buy a square foot of land in Scotland, then I could legally make it a reality.
Yeah, but do you want to?
I don't know, $40, and I could put lord in my name.
Yeah, but you can't hold the title here in America.
Yes, you can.
No,
you can legally put it on your in any document.
No, and I know that, but like it doesn't count for anything here.
It doesn't account for anything anywhere.
I know.
That's the point. It's legally there. That is all. Anyway. Sorry, Peekaboo. You're just going to have to wait. Chelsea Handler made a controversial comment this weekend
she did.
About James Jackson III.
Yeah.
Curtis James Jackson III?
Yeah. Also, a.k.a. 50 Cent.
50
Cent.
That's right. So 50 Cent came out. Sorry, excuse me. 50 Cent came out.
Now, I don't want to...
in support of Trump.
I don't, hold on. It is spelled 50, which is enunciated 50.
I know.
So I'm going to argue that if you want to be enunciated as 50,
you need to actually spell it out.
You need to spell it out.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
And I get it doesn't make the sense.
It doesn't make it.
See what I did there?
That's good. That's so terrible.
That was a long way to the well.
Wow, that was really long.
I know, but you walked right into it.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I was going to go through it. Yeah, I was obviously going to have to push through to get to the next part.
Yeah, you were.
So, 50 Cent came out in support of Trump earlier this week, mainly because he actually looked at what they were talking about and their platforms, and he realized that if he voted for Joe Biden, despite the fact that Joe Biden is also a pedophile and is clinically
senile,
senile and all the rest of it, despite all those factors, if he just went on platform alone, Trump had a better platform for him. Specifically because if Joe Biden took office, 50 Cent would become 20 Cent.
As he put it.
Mm-hmm. So on that one factor, he was like, I can't vote for anybody but Trump. Sorry.
Yeah. Which is actually the whole point of what elections are for. These people are supposed to work for us. They're supposed to do for us. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean you rob us and then give us back little bits and make us feel special. That's not the right way. But they are our employees. That's what we're electing them to do a job for us in our place, not lord over us. And he's at least recognizing that and taking advantage of that in the proper way. And
exactly.
I'm all for it.
Look at their platform, see what they're doing, see what they're planning on doing.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Based on your platform, he's right.
Good job.
So, back to Chelsea Handler.
Yeah, I don't rather not, but okay.
And I quote, "What the F? Vote for Trump. I'm out. F New York, the Knicks never went, blah, blah, blah." That was 50.
That was 50.
Yeah. And so
he turns around and follows up with, I don't want to be 20 Cent. 62% is a very, very bad idea.
Exactly.
I don't like it. And he's talking about the wealthy losing 62% of their wealth, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. Chelsea Handler then responded, "You used to be my favorite boyfriend."
Ew. Ew. Now, I don't know if that's something that I would want to be proud of from 50's side of things. Would you want to admit that you dated Chelsea Handler? Really? Like,
I don't know. Anyway, so they go and do this back and forth, and he's like, OMG, this is effing my love life now. Haha. Love you, Gator. Don't let Trump and Joe Biden come between us, girl. And she said, hey, effer.
Wow. Nothing but love.
I will pay your taxes in exchange for you coming to your senses. Happily. Black Lives Matter.
Wait. She's telling a black man that Black Lives Matter.
Yep.
Ah.
And then she went on the Tonight Show.
Yeah, she did. I saw this. I saw this video. I watched her face as the words came out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The fact that and she said it. And we'll explain if you haven't heard it. Anything. We'll go into it in a second.
Yeah.
But the look on her face was the most serious.
Dead set.
Like it was. This was incredible. Incredible. She turns around and says, quote, so he doesn't want to pay. This is referring to 50 and everything. She's talking to Jimmy Fallon. Quote, so he doesn't want to pay 62% in taxes because he doesn't want to go back or go from 50 cent to 20 cent. And I had to remind him that he was a black person. So he can't vote.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Repeat that again.
Okay.
Slower.
Starting from the beginning.
Yep.
Quote. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't want to pay, referring to 50 cent. He doesn't want to pay 62% in taxes.
Yep.
Because he doesn't want to go from 50 cent to 20 cent.
Uh-huh.
And I had to remind him that he was a black person.
So who are you white-splaining?
Apparently 50 Cent. Not only did she have to remind him that he was a black person, but, quote, so he cannot vote for Donald Trump and that he shouldn't be influencing an entire swath of people who may listen to him because he worried about his own personal pocketbook, end quote.
Okay. Few things, all right? Few things.
Just one or two.
Want to start with you want to start or you want?
No, you take it away.
I just wanted to. Okay. First off, Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. If you don't vote for me, you're not black enough.
That sounds a bit racist.
That's Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
If you vote Trump, you ain't black. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's Joe Biden.
Sounds a bit racist there too.
Yeah. Chelsea Handler. Mm-hmm. I had to remind him he was black.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like there's a common theme running through here, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
And it's getting there. I bet it'll come to you.
I meant Mike. Just you have to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I had to put that man in his place. That man was black, and he deserved every beating.
Wow. Again, there's something there. Can't quite put my finger on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Something.
You don't deserve to be on the front of the bus because you are black. Go back to your place.
I can't. Again, it's bugging the snot out of me. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite get there.
You can't own a gun because you're black. Know your place.
I don't know. I don't know. You're just gonna have to spell it out for me. I'm missing it. I apologize.
Democrats, in general, are racist. Democrats started the KKK.
Yeah.
Democrats are the reason why you had all of those crazy, stupid laws in the South.
Yeah.
Democrats are the reason why the civil rights movement took an additional 60 years.
Jim Crow and all that good jazz. Yep. And the fact was, like I said, she said this.
They're still doing it today.
Yeah. She said it to Jimmy Fallon live on TV. And again, when she said this with the straightest face, I've ever seen any. I mean, very matter of factual.
Yeah, very
indignant, very
straightforward,
and so sure she has this higher moral road that she's walking on, and everything else. And it's fascinating that
she's definitely walking higher.
Oh, that's because she's got a broomstick in her butt. But anyway,
right. The witch.
Yeah,
with a B.
Oh, I was told. No. I'm just gonna say this. I was told of a very funny joke that would fit her.
I bet you.
And I can't say it here on the air, but I would probably tell you after the
show,
break.
Yeah. Okay.
And it'll make perfect sense.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, these are the same people who have the nerve to sit there and say that someone else is racist. You know what this is? And again, it sounds so stupid, but this is basic psychology. Okay? This is projection.
Yeah.
This is knowing that you have a problem and knowing that you have this thing. And instead of dealing with it, or instead of admitting to it and owning up to it, what you're doing then is you're turning around and throwing it at someone else. You're putting it onto the other person. This is very common in relationships, especially marriages and things like that.
Yep.
In dating relationships.
Very big on in dating and relationships.
You project your problem.
It's a social contract, really.
It's to ultimately bring that other person down to your level so that way you don't feel bad about doing what you're doing.
Because at least at that point, you feel like you're doing things that are dignified above them.
Or at the very least, you're doing it
at the same
you're all,
level.
Yeah, you're all doing it, so it can't be that bad.
Everyone's equal at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't become equal by knocking somebody's knees out from underneath them.
Yeah.
You don't become equal by chopping somebody off at the leg. Yeah. That's not how you become equal.
Now, I would love, let's do this from another angle. Let's say that those exact words that Chelsea Handler said, I had to remind him that he's black,
was said by Trump.
Oh, I wasn't going to go quite that far, but let's just make it any white male
Republican
who leaves. Doesn't even have to be Republican.
Yes, it does.
Right-leaning at all.
Oh, yes.
At all.
Anywhere close to right-leaning.
Anything from
libertarian
center
on.
right.
Yes, center on.
Yes.
To center to right.
Yeah. The world, the country would explode.
Correct.
So enlighten me as to why this lady has the unmitigated gall to be able to out loud in front of millions of people, arguably the entire world, because it's all over the interwebs.
Yeah.
How is it that she can do that and not a word be said?
Because she's a comedian.
She's
a leftist, and that's why. That is the only reason why. Her speech is politically correct.
She's not a comedian.
She's politically correct. Only because she is on the proper side of the political spectrum.
She's not politically correct. She is socially correct, and she's not really socially correct.
No. This is truly politically correct.
This
is a political issue.
Not the. I mean, it is, but it's not.
The reason why she's okay with saying this and being able to say it is because of her political beliefs.
Yeah.
So she is politically correct.
Which just goes to show, again, talking about how much weight we gave to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
This is how much weight and authority we have given to the elected officials, that one can sit here and tout something like that and feel that they have some kind of moral superiority.
They have the right to say to somebody, hey, I just want you to remember, you're black. You can't vote that way.
Because,
I'm sorry, what?
I had a similar conversation with my oldest today, not in race, but it was.
What is wrong with you people?
So he's 11. He turns 12 in December, and he's officially in middle school now.
Mm-hmm.
He has got it in his head, that because he is in middle school,
right,
he is no longer able to do trick or treating in Halloween because he's in middle school now. He needs to stop it.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. Now, bear in mind.
I'm sorry, I went.
I've checked out all this. I mean, it was a long conversation. I checked it all. It is self-imposed.
Right.
It is not.
Nobody's saying this to
picking on
him.
him. Nobody said anything. Yeah. And I even asked him on it. I'm like, show me where it says that you can only trick or treat and dress up between this age and this age.
Dad, I'm too old for that now.
Well, he kind of tried that. Actually, he didn't go that far. He was like, well, I'm in middle school now. I thought I needed to stop doing that. I'm like, no. If you're having fun, then go have fun.
Right.
If you don't want to do it because you literally don't want to do it because your brain has changed and you don't know why, then cool too.
Yeah.
But don't do it because you think you have to.
Yes.
And then turn around and try and knock everybody else, because that's what was happening.
Of course, every time. Yeah.
And
If somebody would say something, he'd be like, why are you still going trick-or-treating? Oh my God.
Yeah, it was along those lines. I was like,
so he was becoming that guy.
Yeah, the same thing similar to what was going on here. And I'm just like, you can't do that. And anyway,
that
goes into that.
That's crazy. Yeah. Poor boy coyote out loud. Yeah. Poor boy coyote out loud. There we go.
It's coyote.
It's coyote. It's coyote.
It's.
If we're gonna pronounce other words properly and phonetically,
If we're
we're
gonna
gonna do it there too.
Well, then that's power.
No, it's poor.
No, it's power.
Or true. Power boy coyote out loud.
Coyote.
Coyote.
It sounds like an abandoned Toyota car, doesn't it?
It does.
The all-new Toyota Coyote.
Coyote.
It has 1.3 cylinders.
50 Cent probably doesn't want to become sixpence none the richer.
I see what you did
That's
there.
a good one.
That's very
Well
good.
played.
I like it.
That's why I said it.
Southern Ohio Jackal, I bet 50 Cent has seen some looks on her face that all of us don't even want to dream about.
Southern Ohio Jackal also on the Twitters talking about the conversation you had with your son. He's just going to go and steal the candy instead
No, because I won't let him.
from his brothers.
No, he won't. No, because I am a dictator in my house. And it's very simple. If you don't
go,
if you're not going to do it, you're not going to sit there the whole time and be like, no, I'm too cool for that, Dad.
And
I'm
then
not
steal
gonna do it."
everybody's candy.
And then turn around and go, well, I want some candy.
No.
Tough noogies.
you should have gone.
You should have went and got. I mean, he'll still end up going, but I'm like, because it's at my sister's house. But it's gonna be like,
Sure.
if you wanted some, then you should have gone to go get some. It does not hurt anybody's feelings to walk up to the door and go, "Pardon me, may I have a Reese's?"
Ding dong.
It doesn't.
Trick or treat. Who are you? Jehovah's Witnesses. May I have a Reese's, please?
I'll give him a clipboard, tell him he's one of those a surveyor for the polls for the coming elections or something.
I'm a North Carolina voting surveyor.
From the electoral board.
I'm from the electoral board.
I'm from the DMV. We're finally here to talk to you about registering to vote. I don't know.
Oh, God. Oh, no. All right, so
Oh, okay. Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. Chelsea Handler is politically correct, but socially unsound.
also mentally.
Yeah, very mental.
It's completely mental. That's definitely there. Just wanted to make sure.
B from the SEV. It was different. It was a different century when I last dated. Surely things have changed. I'll keep an open mind. Good luck with that.
So-
let me know how that turns
Yeah,
out.
you take a little thing I want to point out here. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez claims that the COVID-19s, otherwise known as the Wu-Tang Clap, would have been better contained under the Green New Deal.
How? How would that be? I'm confused. There's this thing called the CDC.
Oh yeah, the CDC.
Yeah, the CDC, who can't seem to make up their effing mind about any of this.
No, but
masks, no masks.
They did have a couple good points though.
No, they did, but
Yeah.
but again, it's flip flop so much.
Right.
So they said,
Yep.
best case scenario.
Best
of us-
case.
The best case of this is what, 250,000 dead before the end of the year?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are we at?
Best case. Not quite there yet, but
We're not quite at the end of the year.
we still have room to get to there.
Right. We're like 215.
Yeah. So we're still in the best case scenario side of things.
And maybe slightly better than the best case scenario.
So enlighten me as to what a socialist Green New Deal would do
Over 5 million dead.
for anything.
It would have been over 5 million dead, which is the better deal for her for the Green New Deal anyway.
Yeah.
Because then, less people.
That's true. That's true. But again, they really need to figure out that, the less people that they have in America,
The less money they have?
the less money they're going to have.
Yeah.
Exactly. They haven't quite gotten that nailed down yet.
No, they haven't.
Sadly. But anyway, guys, there's so much more on this side. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back.
Sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Where did you come from, baby? How did you know I needed you? I needed you so badly. How did you know I'd give my heart gladly? Yesterday, I was one of the lonely people. Now you're lying close to me, making love to me. I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Where did you come from, angel? How did you know I'd be the one? Did you know you're everything I prayed for? Did you know?
Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Alrighty, John WX Geek over on Twitter. Has a very good point. The Green New Deal is a population control. Or is population control, which actually makes perfect sense. That's why they said it would have been better in the end, because what would have happened is they would have turned around and had a lot of people killed before the corona could have done. Therefore, the corona couldn't have killed as many people. Mm-hmm. That makes perfect sense. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Good job. I would not have known. I hadn't thought about that, but that makes perfect sense. It's only fair if they get to kill them. If somebody else does it, it's a tragedy. They do it. It's a necessity.
Yep.
Making omelets and all that crapola.
John also said Chelsea is a dumpster. Open like a hallway.
Ew.
Hot dog. Woo.
That's about it.
Goes like a boomerang. Comes right back.
It's one of those you throw it. It's like a bottomless pit. You don't hear it hit the ground.
Hello. No.
What? Oh.
How long have you been down there?
I don't know. Is VHS still a thing?
Oh, God.
45s. Are 45 still a thing?
No.
What about the Studebaker?
Oh, no. We have this thing called MP3s now.
Moses had my camel. Is he still around? I don't know.
Did it have one hump or two?
It had 3 because it was pregnant. Oh, thank you. Oh, guys, welcome back to the show. To finish live, go to doaeshow.com. That is doaeshow.com. Check out everything going on over there. The archives and all of that fun jazz as well. There's the shop and all that crap.
Oh, yeah. You can also become a defender with us.
You can.
Yes.
And we are currently revamping that. It's not going to take effect till the first of the year. But however,
things are going to change.
You might like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, good things are coming.
Yes. And it will be descripted and let you know as it comes out. But I'm just letting you know. You're going to be very satisfied, I believe. Anyway, that's at doaeshow.com.
That's what every man says.
DOAE show. I know. And yet it always falls short. Anyway.
Stupid.
Go to check us out on all the social medias at DOAE Show.
Yes.
Use the hashtag arm yourselves, and it's on the Twitters, the Facebooks, YouTube, D Live, Periscope, iHeartRadio. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on iTunes, on Spreaker, on SoundCloud.
Or you can find us live.
Google Play, yeah, or live.
On Mojo 50 Radio on the iHeartRadio app.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's right.
Go to mojo50.com if you need to check that out. Over there.
Yes.
Over there.
Continuing with the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's.
Thank you. I was not prepared.
You're fine. You weren't prepared. It's fine. I was there.
I was reading things.
Yes.
Checking stuff out.
She says,
She said, I only hear what I want to.
I knew you were going there.
I was going to see if you were doing it or not. You waited too long.
Yeah. No, so.
Don't listen hard. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, she doesn't listen hard.
I know.
It's very true.
To anyone or anything.
She blasted the American ideal of being bipartisan on Sunday, calling it Republican manipulation.
How is being bipartisan, which is a politicalese word for working together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Two parties working
two
toward
parties,
the same
two people,
goal.
yeah, people who believe and see things from a different side working together. How is that Republican manipulation? How is that Republican? I mean, so you're telling me that all the years, and forget it from a political standpoint.
Right.
Let's look at it from just a social standpoint, from your own home. You mean to tell me that all those years that mom sat there and told you to get along with your brothers and sisters and your friends because it's the right thing to do, because you work together as a team and there's no I in team.
Teamwork
blah, blah,
makes
blah,
the dream work.
Yes, and all that fun jazz. So all of that is crap because this 28-year-old
Bartender.
blankety blank is gonna
Bartender.
Yeah. Is saying that it's some kind of a form of manipulation now?
Right. So Ocasio-Cortez told Jake Tapper, quote,
I have an opportunity. If we work hard enough to elect folks like Jamie Harrison to make sure that we protect the seats like Gary Peters, and to make sure that we unseat Republicans like John Ernest, and we have the unique, frankly, once-in-a-generation opportunity to have the White House, the Senate, and the House majorities Democrat-controlled, then I believe we have an obligation to, have American people to show what the Democratic administration can actually accomplish, and that we can govern, and that, we can truly have leaps in policy that people can feel in their everyday lives that makes voting Democratic worth it. Not just worthwhile, but a memorable shift from a flat line of this idea of bipartisanship, which often just becomes Republican manipulation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm looking and I'm trying to double check this. Because I thought this was a tad odd.
right.
So I'm looking. I went to this thing called Google.
Google.
On
So
the
you did the
interwebs.
Googles.
I did the Googles.
You Googled the
There's something
Googles.
that she said that stuck out to me that just bothers the dogs.
Really? Because I read it and nothing.
Nothing?
I got nothing from it.
Nothing?
Nothing.
The fact
Yeah,
that
it
she's
was-
frankly, quote, once in a generation opportunity to have the White House, Senate, and the House.
Well, yeah, that was there. but-
Once in a generation ability to have all three
yeah,
branches.
yeah, it's
okay,
stupid, right.
so I'm like, something doesn't make sense.
Right.
Because, one, elections are every 4 years.
Right. And
the presidency.
Your judicial branch isn't an elected branch.
No. So my thought process was something doesn't add up. This doesn't make sense. But I'm not 100% versed in everything. So let's check it out. And I'm going through. Let's see here. According to this little thing on Quora, which I would argue
Quora
is
is
not bad.
leftist.
It is, but here we go. From 1961 to 1969, Democrats controlled all three branches, including with administrations during JFK and Lyndon B. Johnson. The 83rd Congress, 1953-1955, during the presidency of Republican Dwight Eisenhower, saw the deaths of 9/11. I don't care about all that.
Whatever.
Democrats controlled in 1937 to 1945. Oh, look, during World War II.
Wait.
Democrats
2001.
controlled all three branches of the government in the
Yeah.
administration from FDR to Harry Truman.
That was a bad time.
Yes.
That was a bad time.
The whole thing was.
That entire thing was about 1927 to 1933.
Yeah. So there's been more than just generations.
Right before
4 years.
right before the world crashed
Yes.
and burned because of the
27 to
domestic-
33, Republicans controlled all three branches of the government when President Calvin Coolidge and Herbert Hoover occupied the White House.
You
then
mean that
what
time,
happened?
that time where they cut the deficit in half twice?
Yeah, after the debacle of Woodrow Wilson. They turned around, come in there, cleaned all of that crap up, and then you get FDR rolls in.
Yeah.
And FDR rolls in,
And
then
Truman.
FDR, who BT dubs was still handling stuff with Hitler and everything else before it all went to crap. I almost said
I know.
Before it all went to hell in a handbasket.
Right.
And then they spent from 37 to 45 doing everything they could to clean all of that junk up that they messed up.
Yeah.
But again, it's not once in a generation. Right here goes to show. From 27 to 33 was all Republicans. Then from 37
To 45.
4 years later to 45, all during World War II,
Democrat.
it was Democrats. And then they got out of that junk and it went back in 1953 to 1955. It's called a pendulum. It swings both ways.
Oh, and by the way, 2001 to 2007,
Yeah.
everything was Republican controlled for what, like parts of the
Part
time?
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was, like I said, then 61 to 69, that's 8 years. That's
Yeah.
not once in a generation, lady. You make it out to sound like how rare it ever happens, and it doesn't.
It's already happened in our generation.
just
where
the fact.
a single party controlled all branches. It's already happened in our generation.
I'm not one for math. We all know this. But even I'm intelligent enough to know that between the fact you're talking about three different branches, just the law of odds
yeah.
says that it's going to happen a little bit more often than a generation. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
A once in a generation opportunity.
Right.
And I'm sorry, but the little things like that get slipped in there, and people just gloss over.
Once in a lifetime.
That's
No,
what-
it's not.
It's not. But what happens is people say stuff like that. And on both sides, on every side, and all kinds of things. They say stuff like that, and people gloss over it. Everybody ignores it. Nobody catches it. But what ends up happening is one of those few little phrases that get buried into their skull. A statement like that, literally the phrase once in a generation, is a seed. That is the seed that holds the rest of to form the shell for their truth.
Yeah.
That gets buried into someone's brain, and eventually that's what grows into this crap that people start being swayed and torn on. The little, and again, to bring this little garden analogy home is you have, through time and experience, have developed this beautiful garden of flowers. You have worked, you have experience, you know what's in there. This is how it's grown, and it's beautiful, and it suits you because it's your garden. And you may have flowers with fruits, you may have, vegetables with tree stems. It doesn't matter. You're growing it. It's your garden. And then somebody like this comes along and says something.
Oh, wait, hold on.
And that scatters and falls into place. And that becomes the weeds that pop up and destroy your garden that you created through experience and everything else.
2007 to 2009.
Yeah.
At the end of 2007,
Yeah,
when Obama
I
took
know.
office in 2008, to actually the end of 2009, so almost 2010,
Yeah.
it was completely Democrat controlled already.
Oh, no.
For 3 years. That's how we got all the crap.
Thank
you, Peekapoo, for reminding us.
Yeah.
That's how Obama got everything pushed through in his first year.
Exactly. That's why he was able to walk away with the Nobel Peace Prize that he bought.
For being a certain skin color.
Well, yeah, or just for showing up, which is what
Just for showing up.
which
but
is
then
what his
also
entire
created-
career of everything was.
And then created 5 wars.
there you go. And apparently paid Iran $145 billion
Yeah.
in the dead of night in cash on pallets.
That then vanished.
Yeah.
And we didn't even get those people back for it.
Nope.
Nope.
None
None of those
But
things happened.
That's just what stuck out. I know that was a very long way to well. It actually really doesn't have a lot to do with
The story
the
itself.
initial part of the story. It struck me, and I figured I should drag y'all all along with me on that tangent.
Let's go through the mind of Dylan.
It really hit me
Yeah.
That bothers me. It's little things like that turn around and destroy somebody's actual way of thinking, albeit over a long period of time in some instances. But still, like, that just goes to show those little kind of things are what shows how manipulative people are.
Yes.
And if you don't take the time to go and look, again, we have the interwebs, we have Google, we have all of these
And Google
things.
is very slanted too.
Oh, of course
the fact that Google is so incredibly slanted and he still was able to find the information that he needed in a matter of seconds
should tell you
to refute her argument.
Yeah. But
It's hilarious.
Well, it is, and the part that saddens me is most people won't even take the time to go that route.
That's true.
And and that's why we're in the literal cluster schnot that we're in.
Instead, they have stories like this. How an aversion to masks stem from toxic masculinity.
Oh, it does. It does. Really?
Toxic
really?
masculinity.
Toxic masculinity
Yep,
is
an
what...
aversion to masks
is what-
is toxically masculine.
So...
So are you saying that all Karens are really men?
That's what I'm beginning to wonder. Of course, it is 2020, and they can
could be.
identify as whatever they want.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, a man could be a Karen.
So I've always wondered that. If sexuality and gender
Right.
is fluid,
Yes.
then
Well, they have fluids.
then does that make things like toxic masculinity, does that make that fluid then?
It should be.
Is it to say masculinity, is that by definition of the rules, is that actually inappropriate to say? To deem it as masculinity? If it's fluid, it shouldn't be labeled to sit in one singular spot. Mm-hmm. I don't know. This all gets so confusing. So confusing. I don't understand. I don't get it, Reginald. I don't understand.
Well, so let's put it this way.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
That mask wearing has become a gendered issue isn't surprising for the public health researchers.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
A 2016 paper.
Stop. Hold on. Time out. Flag on the play. Mask wearing has become such a gendered issue? When? How?
A 2016 paper by the Los Alamos National Laboratory found that men are less likely than women to adopt protective behaviors like washing hands, social distancing, and wearing masks.
Hold on. That piques my interest just a tad. What date did you say that was?
2016.
2016.
2016.
So 4 years ago.
Yes.
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
They had a study
Yes.
that found that,
During the Obama administration, also during one of the other pandemics that he brought us.
that people are less likely to wear masks and distance and wash hands and blah, blah, blah,
Especially
blah, blah.
men. Yes. Right.
So why, aside from the Ebola and, swine flu H1N1 and all these other, instead of all of that dealings that Obama, may have had a hand in dealing with,
Right.
that they, by the way, didn't shut the whole world down for.
Yeah.
Why were they doing studies, do you think, about people wearing masks? That's a little bit weird. I'm sorry, but my conspiracy theory radar is kind of going a little...
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm starting to... I feel like I may need to get a tinfoil hat right now.
Just to kind of make sure.
Just because things are... Spidey senses are tingling. I get it's a little... It's probably nothing, because there were certain pandemics that we were dealing with back then as well.
Yes.
So I get that. But it's just a tad bit weird that exactly 4 years ago, well, I say exactly.
Pretty close.
But 4 years ago, as soon as Trump comes into office.
It's amazing, isn't it? Most recently, 3 different studies published this summer by Cambridge University Press arrived at the same conclusion.
And what conclusion would that be?
Quote, masculine toughness is consistently related to higher negative feelings and lower positive feelings about mask wearing.
Okay. So what does that have to do with gender?
This particular image of masculinity, which hinges on muscular strength, has in fact been a through line, not a thorough, a through line
Way to go!
of the president's leadership style.
And this was the New York Times, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, good.
He has characterized everything from trade relations with China and disarmament negotiations with North Korea to budget negotiations with the Congress.
Budget, not buttered.
I said budget.
You said buttered.
I said budget. You listen back yourself.
Oh, I will. I will.
In
I'm about to make a bet on
confrontational
it.
mano-a-mano terms.
Now we have mono? What? We're worried about we're worried about a pandemic, and now it's mono. Fantastic.
Great.
So, but what does I'm sorry, but that whole paragraph
spiel
doesn't make sense.
None of it makes
What
sense.
does toxic masculinity and the alleged toxic masculinity of not wanting to wear a mask because supposedly that's a manly man.
You're a
Manly
big,
men
strong
don't-
man.
Yes, I don't wear masks. I'm a strong man. What does
We're
that?
manly men. We're men in tights.
Men in masks. Men in masks. What does that have to do with Trump and China? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I can't see the connector, the little correlation between the two. It doesn't make sense. Does not compute.
It does not make the sense.
The reason why I would argue
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with a person's toxic masculinity, which
Sure.
again is a little odd because they're in women too. So I didn't know women could be toxically masculine.
Yeah, of course they can.
But-
That's called butch.
Hi, my name is Tina.
Hey, Tina.
You want to dance, pretty boy?
You know, I
No?
Come on and dozy-do with me.
no,
I hope you don't mind, but I like to lead. And I do the dip. And I mean Copenhagen. Let's just watch where you step.
no, I don't understand.
Very nice. Well done.
I could keep going, but
I
I'm not gonna-
know, it's fine.
But no, I don't understand that. The reason why people don't wear masks right now is because most people right now are not stupid. They're seeing the numbers don't add up. The fact of the matter is that yes,
the scares do not happen.
As tragic as it is, people have died from it. It is not to the point that they're making it out to be.
Yes.
It is not near at that level. It is not true pandemic level, especially compared to viruses that we have had to deal with in the past.
Right.
There's all these little things. People are intelligent. America is still, what little bit of it that is left, is still predominantly intelligent.
Well, they can be when they want to be.
And we're losing a lot of that
Yeah, we are.
very fast. That's why there are people who have such an aversion to wearing masks. It has nothing to do with toxic masculinity. It has to do with the fact that people are intelligent enough to smell the bull hockey going on and they don't want to be a part of it anymore. America was...
That smells like cow pie.
It smells fresh. America was built on personal freedom, which means you have the right to govern yourself. And if you put yourself in a situation that is dangerous,
Then you did it.
then you did it to you.
That's called personal responsibility.
Yes, if you have a loaded gun and you're playing with it and you put it to your head and pull the trigger and blow your own damn head off, that is your fault. It is not the gun's fault. It is not anybody around you. It's not the animal's fault. It is you. And there was a point in time where that used to be an
deal.
actual cornerstone, a part of our everyday life. And now, because we have all of these excuses for every little thing.
Oh, little Johnny blew himself up playing a game when he was doing something.
If the gun makers hadn't had the gun made, then my little Timmy wouldn't have snuck into my ex-husband's room while he was laying face down in an OD situation from all the meth and coke that he'd been doing as his hooker lied passed out after having done the same. He might still be alive.
Or maybe you should
It's
stop
not-
with the meth and the hookers.
I was going to say, it's not the dad's fault for, being coked out with his hooker. And
No. At that point, it is the dad's fault. I'm sorry. The kid is too
I
young.
agree it is, but
At that point, it is.
society is not going to say that. It's going to
It's
always
little
come.
Timmy. Oh.
Yeah, poor Timmy. Nobody
little
taught Timmy not to touch a gun. Nobody taught dad to take responsibility and not have a gun easily accessible for his kid, especially when you're not paying attention to him. Nobody actually
When you're
takes
coked out with a hooker.
Yeah,
You know.
nobody takes responsibility for their actions. It's somebody else's fault, and I am
Right.
sick to death of it.
Oh, yeah. It is not good. It is not good at Oh. John over there on the Twitters. Your AOC impersonation still sounds too smart for the real AOC.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true.
I agree. I did add a few more likes in there.
Yeah.
She didn't actually say those likes, but I knew that they needed to be there.
There is a me in team if you're dyslexic. Thank you, John. That's true.
Well done.
That's true.
Well done. In the Heart of Darkness, Slug.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's in Portland. Bless your heart.
Yeah.
We're praying for you.
We are. Did you know that there was a priest that actually went there and tried to exorcise the entire city? Mm-hmm. It was great.
Mm-hmm. It obviously didn't work.
Nope. She said, we know Steven isn't toxic. His masculinity because he's only 12. What's his excuse?
We don't have time. The show's almost
Yeah, we
over.
don't have time to get through that.
Peekaboo Snarky Jackal, I wash my hands plenty. I'd prefer you keep the hell back from me. Mm-hmm. That's the best I'll do. No face diaper.
That's it.
I agree.
Stay away.
I agree. Kevin Hutchins also on Twitter. Exploring the Mind of Dylan could be a sequel to Apocalypse Now.
War is hell.
War is hell. The horror.
The horror. And that's horror.
Yeah, well, it's horror.
Yeah, but if you don't pronounce it in a certain way,
yeah, I know.
It kind of just rolls.
I know what happens. It's one of the many words that you want to pick on me. It's horror. It's horror movies.
Horror?
Yeah, horror movies.
Yeah. What you're saying is completely different. I'm just saying.
No, it's not. It's okay. I'm telling you now, I'm making a TikTok of this because this is so funny. So I'm not going to explain on live radio where he saw this originally to come up with this. But so my youngest is 3 years old.
Yes.
And all I'm going to say is I happen to have something that happened to have a picture of Jason Voorhees.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Gotcha. Slasher films.
So he's looking at these pictures of these monsters of something that I'd had. Mm-hmm. And he goes, ooh, monster for Frankenstein. Ooh, ghost. Ooh, pumpkin. And he comes to Jason. And he named it.
Jason?
Nope. He goes, ooh, ch-ha-ha. But that's how he said. He didn't do the whole elongated. He didn't do it elongated. He went, I said, wait a minute, what's his name? He goes, ch-ha-ha. Yes. So now Jason Voorhees is no longer Jason Voorhees. He's Chi-Chi-Ha-Ha.
But it's right.
It is right.
It's the sound that's made when he's gone, when he's out. That's what it is.
It was fantastic. I mean, it bothered me a little bit that my 3-year-old knows who the hell Jason Voorhees is. But yeah, but he just knows it's Chi-Chi-Ha-Ha. That is his name. And I'm like, this is perfect. Happy Halloween to me.
Happy Halloween to you. You've got that. My kids, my 2-year-old's listening to Halloween music, apparently, where it's going along. Happy Witch, Happy Witch, Happy Witch. And then this is Frankenstein. This is whatever. And,
yeah.
Oh, my God. Come on, guys.
Do the monster mash.
No. It's little kids music. It's not.
Oh, they didn't even do that one?
No, they didn't do that. No,
that doesn't fall under kids?
No.
Why?
No, this is like little kid stuff.
Oh,
so
like.
It's like, spirit finger, that stupid stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Wheels
he
on
likes
the bus kind of thing?
Yeah, but he likes it right now because that's his age. Anyway, speaking of people who don't know how to say names, Joe Biden seems to have forgotten that he's running against Trump.
I'm not shocked by this. I've really not. The things I've seen him stumble on. The fact that
the things I've seen him stumble upon.
Yes. On purpose and on accident.
Right.
The man is. We haven't talked about it today, and we probably won't mention it really beyond what I'm about to mention. But I'd seen an article where apparently Kamala Harris had laughed kind of awkwardly.
Oh yeah, I almost pulled that article.
Yeah,
it wasn't just an awkward laugh. It was a response.
It was her response to the question of whether or not it was the statement or the idea that that Biden running for president, if he made it, was actually just a Trojan horse for Kamala Harris.
Right.
That the whole thing was all set up, as we've joked about and said before.
She had the perfect. I am concerned about this laugh and face.
Yeah, that awkward, holy crap! How did
literally looked like the
deer in the headlights kind of thing.
No. Like the laugh that she made looks exactly like the smiley face mask that an actor has.
Oh yeah,
a stage mask.
Yeah,
the smiley face. It has that like the eyes literally were curved and the mouth was completely curved up and then it had the wrinkles.
Yeah.
The whole deal.
Yeah. She was obviously not ready for that. And the fact of the matter is, it would definitely, the look implied that there might be some truth to it.
Yes. So anyway, he was being interviewed by George Lopez, and instead of talking about Trump, while he was talking about Trump, he said 4 more years of George. And
then he trailed off and was saved by
George
Lopez.
Right.
Which is what they're saying. It was him saying and not
Right.
All right, let's hit the bells real quick before we get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with the bell count grade for the day, Monday, October 26, 2020. Today we had 4 missed innuendo bells, 46 actual bells, 6 cigars, 1 rim shot, 1 wah-wah, 1 clap, and a trigger for Steven over a setup shooter, giving us a B for the day. Peace out, boys. Stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Be good. We'll see y'all tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. Bye, y'all.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.